Okay, in this video we're going to continue with the setup guide. Okay, we're setting up the Google email, remember? And you may have already scrolled down here to have a look at all of this. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to work through this step by step. Remember, that's the whole point of FastTrack. I'm just going to take you through the steps you need to go through to make sure this works for you. So ignore everything else and just click this Continue with Setup Guide button here. This will take you to the next step of the setup guide. If you ever want to get back to this setup guide, by the way, likely that button will be on the dashboard, but see on the menu up here, we've got a setup button on the menu up here as well. So it's another place that you can come back to it when you've logged in to your control panel. And remember, our control panel is this URL up here, which is google.com/a/cpanel/your domain name to there. And it says, well, how would you like to set up Google Apps? Do you want to do it Express or do you want to do it custom? And we want to go Express. So let's do Express. It says time to go Google. Now you can take your time and watch all of these videos, and I recommend you do, okay, afterwards. But right now, just follow me and follow the steps, because it said it's going to take 30 minutes, but we're going to do it in less than 10 minutes. Okay, so it's time to go Google. Yep, welcome, thanks very much. I'm going to click Next. Will anyone else be using Google Apps with you? Okay, if it's yes, then set it up. I'm going to say no, I'm going to set it up just for you. Okay, so no, it's just me, and then we click Next. And now we go into the setting up the apps. So Google talks about apps being email is one app, calendar is one app, and the Drive and Docs is another app. Okay, so the three apps being applications, and we want to set up here, what we're going to do is set these three up as we go through. So let's click Next. And it's just telling you with Gmail you get built-in instant messaging, IM, voice and video. Voice applies in the UK and US, mobile access, and Google-powered search for your inbox. This is hugely powerful for productivity, and the mobile access is hugely powerful as you work through as well. You'll find this as you start using it more and more. Just for now, trust me and keep going. So click Next. In this section, set up Gmail, access Gmail in a web browser. Fine. Next. Do you want to set it up? How do you want to do it? Google servers or another? We want to use Google servers, so we want to go with recommended. So we click Next. Now, this is where we now want to change our MX records. Okay, you might wonder what MX stands for. It stands for Mail Exchange. The X, even though Exchange is an E, but Mail Exchange. And I still have my window open from the GoDaddy. So hopefully you do too. And if we go back to the GoDaddy here, see on this page here that we were in before, which had the text, and you've just updated this. If you scroll up a little bit, there's an MX section here. So see this MX Mail Exchanger here? And this is what we want to change now. So back on the Google page, it says who's your domain host, so we can actually pick GoDaddy out of this list, and it will actually give us a list instructions here on when I click Next. So we click Next here. Okay, let's click Next. Okay, we've gone to this point. We want to click back now. I'll show you a little trick. We want to click back, and this is going to give us this screen now, which gives us all of our MX records. And what's come up here is saying update MX records. Okay, so we've got a page here that it may look slightly different to you at the moment, but what we're looking to do is we're going to go to GoDaddy. Okay, don't worry if this looks slightly different to you at the moment, but what you can see is, if I go to GoDaddy and show you the GoDaddy page, okay, click OK to extend. Remember, on this page here we had our text value, which was here. Just above it is the MX value. Okay, and this is what we're looking to change here. So on the Google page, this is MX records, checking MX records. Okay, again, if there's anything slightly different on this page, don't worry. We just want to now change it to these here. Okay, so just follow my instructions here. We highlight this top line here, this aspmx.l.google.com dot, so we want to take the last dot as well, and we copy that, which is right click copy. We go into the DNS manager, and what we want to do is change this by change this one, which is the priority 0. We click on the little pencil and we paste in, we highlight that and we paste it in the Google one. Okay, now all we need to do to get another one in is we actually click on the next pencil. It'll automatically cover that one up, and what we'll do is get the next one. And what we actually want to do is put all of these in. Okay, we want to put all 5 of these in. So I'll go in and add the second one in here. So that's priority 10. Okay, and now what we want to do is click quick add to add another one. Okay, quick add and quick add. So there's 3 there, so we want to add 5, remember, so I've just added 3 more spaces. And what we can do is priority 10, priority 20 and priority 20. Don't worry about these numbers for now, and we might need to change these later, but let's just do this for now. We put the @ signs in here. Okay, I'm just typing the @ signs in each one, so 10, 20, 20, @ and then for the top one we'll get the next one, which is the Alt 2, and paste it in here. We get the next one, which is the Alt ASPMX2. It might be slightly different on your page. You might have slightly different URLs, different one of these. You should though have 5 here. Okay, we copy all of those in and then we click save. You're about to modify, yep. Okay, and that refreshes the page like we're used to now. Okay, so now we click next. Access Gmail in your web browser. One of the great things about Gmail is you can access your mail from any web browser. Just open a browser on a computer and go here. So you've got this link here. It'll be mail.google.com/a/ and your domain name. Okay, and if I open that in a different page, this is what it looks like. And here is your Gmail. This is your inbox. Okay, it's empty at the moment because I've just set this up, and it's Stefan with an F.com. Okay, ignore these bits here. These are just add-ins, extra plugins I have. Don't worry about this Yesware or this one, but you will see yours up here. Okay, this is a plugin as well. Don't worry about this yet. And straight away as well, you've also got your chat down here. Okay, so this is your inbox. So that's Gmail now set up. So if I click next, it says calendar. Access shared calendars, and just click next. And here's a link to the calendar as well. So before it was mail.google.com, and this one's calendar.google.com. It also tells you can see it in the top of your Gmail window. See the menu here? And if I go to the Gmail, you can see the calendar up here. Okay, so you can click on the calendar and access the calendar just by clicking on the calendar, and it'll open a new window for you, and you have a separate window where you can manage your calendar. And it looks like this. So there is Stefan with an F calendar, and Stefan's not very busy at the moment, which is good for him. That's great. Okay, so that's the calendar. We click next. Google Drive and Google Docs. This is integrated where they have documents. You can learn about this later. Don't worry about it now. Just click next. You can learn about that later. Create and share documents. Okay, again, same URL, just instead of mail or calendar, it's got Drive at the beginning, and it says documents there on that menu, but if we look at here, it says documents here as well. Okay, so that's where you get the access to that. Next. Set up billing. We hope you've been enjoying the free trial. To keep using it after the trial, you'll need to do a payment plan. Okay, so you can set this up now or do this later. If you do set it up now, it's going to ask you for your credit card. Okay, And I'd recommend you do that just to tidy that up. And once you've done that, it'll take you on to the next step, which is mobile access. Set up your mobile phone anytime and choose which one you have. Android our favorite because Android is created by Google. I'm a iFamily iPhone, so you click this. Whichever one you have, choose it, and it will give you the instructions on what you need to do. And it says here, Google Apps works great on iPhone. Okay, want quick access to your apps? Skip all of this and access your apps in a mobile browser by visiting this URL on Mobile Safari. That's on your iPhone. But to start syncing it, it says step 1, go to the settings tab above and then select mobile, or just click here. Select the radio button to enable Google Sync and save changes. So let's do that now. Okay, so it says click on settings, so let's go up here to the settings up here. And now see down the left hand side here, and one of them says mobile, so click on mobile. It says enable Google Sync for users. Great. And you're done. That's pretty much it. So it's already set up. Okay. This is if you actually have devices integrated in. You don't need to worry about that. It's all set up for you, which is great. So while we're here, we want to carry on going with setup. So let's click back on setup, okay, in the menu, and it takes us back to where we are. Okay, so let's click next. And it talks you through, these are the setups that you can follow step by step on what you need to type on your phone to get it working. Okay, so you follow these steps for your phone yourself, take your time. Okay, on your own page, just work through it step by step, and when you're finished, click next. It says extend and customize. You don't need to do that yet, so don't worry about that. We'll just click next. And it's trying to actually sell us things right now. I don't want any of this, so let's click next again. Now it's trying to sell you its Chrome browser. It's not selling you, it's free. If you don't use Chrome, I'd highly recommend it. As you see me now, this is on Chrome. I use Chrome on Mac and PC, so Chrome's really powerful. So if you're just using Internet Explorer, I'd recommend you use Chrome and just follow those steps. If not, don't worry, just click next. And now it goes into training and support. Okay, that's it for setting up your core Google Apps, and now there's extra training if you want it. You don't have to. You can just click do this later. Okay, and you are pretty much done. So now what's going to happen is that even though we've just come back here to the dashboard, if you scroll down here you can see it says MX Records updating. This may take up to 48 hours. Okay, so you want to come in here and check on the dashboard. When this says done, then you are live. There's nothing more you can do now. Just let Google and GoDaddy have a chat over the internet. And then when that is all done, this will be finished. If you get impatient like I do sometimes, you can click the check status. And it'll check it. And you'll get this page up here. And it just says we're checking them. Okay, so it's still going. And you can tell if it's done because see there is not a green tick here, it's just a grey tick. Okay, that's just the one that's left, and billing I haven't done either, but you can do that your side. You should already have that ticked. And so that was, what was that? That was hopefully less than the 30 minutes it said it was going to take, and you're all done. Alright, so that's setting up your Gmail. So well done, congratulations, you've just set up email for your business. Well done, good job. Move on to the next step.